All right. How long gone? Back at you. It's Chris Black coming to you from Sylt, Germany at the Lanzerhof retreat. Them jeans, you're still in Italia, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm in the island of Ischia. I was just talking to Charlie 10 minutes ago. She was saying there's rabbits all over in Ischia. The way that, Greece and Italy, they got kitties everywhere.
Oh.
She's saying keep an eye peeled for the rabbits. And I
Did you
said,
bring your...
I might discover a rabbit that's been slow roasted in the oven all day long by the nonas and served up with a little fettuccine on the side. And as soon as we finish recording today.
Is a rabbit pasta a thing that people like? I have never thought about that before.
It's a regional thing here in Ischia. It's a small island that's very coastal, obviously. Seafood is king, but then there's hills and mountains. It kind of has like a Hawaiian topography going on, and it has that humidity and a little tropical energy, which is really cute and fun. It's like if Hawaii was 18 hours away instead of 4 for me. And then, but if you go up into the hills and the mountains, you've got fresh porcini mushrooms, and then the rabbits, and then also they make some great wines here as well. So I've been told you kind of combine it all together, and you've got the Iskian 1, 2, 3 punch.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You get a little porcini, a little bunny rabbit, cooked 3 ways, wash it down with some wine.
Are there still Italians there, though?
There are Italians everywhere.
Well, that kind of takes me out of the running then. Just wanted to make sure, because otherwise it sounds like paradise.
Don't worry, there's tourists here as well. I've got, we went over we're staying at a hotel that's right down the street, or I guess it's not, it's an hour. I mean, it's a mile away, but the Mezzatorre, it's the Pelicano hotel group, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And we went and went over there and had a little day pass and swam around and been doing a lot of thermal baths.
How do you feel?
The amount of thermal bath time is good. It's crazy. You went to
Hold on, is that when you put on your vintage thermal shirt and get in a bathtub, or is this something different?
It's very similar.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, you put on the Eddie Bauer undershirt and then it sticks to your body.
I put on my Yeezy flannel and hop in the bathtub. I come out changed, man.
Oh, so hot. But yeah, you kind of go from hot to cold, and it's salty and it's bubbly and steamy, and it is quite relaxing, I will say.
Bubbly and steamy is reminding me of the only food I've been able to eat for the last 48 hours, and I would prefer if you don't trigger me with soup talk.
I'm sorry. We're gonna get into your eating disorder aperitivo. Don't worry. Yeah, my aperitivo is probably more than your main course. Not to big dick you on your own program.
Way more. Way more.
But yeah, we were hanging out at the hotel that we're at. It's kind of like some Americans, but a lot of Germans, a lot of British people. And a lot of Italians hanging out. And it does have, you were talking about it, I think, on the last episode, the beautiful kind of crystal and sterling silver buffet breakfast situation overlooking the water. And, one wing of it is just small jars of Nutella, just like bigger than Baby Bistro in Los Angeles. The entire restaurant, dining room, and parking lot, one section that's just for like jams and jellies. And then the other section that's the size of, an average size sweet green. That one is just pastries and cakes and cookies.
It's a great breakfast option if you're looking to kind of go absolutely nuts on vacation.
And then if you want eggs or bacon, the eggs have sort of been powdered and cooked in an industrial vat that you might get at Rikers or something like that.
What do you? All right, so when you're having your jail eggs in Italy, what are the powder? What do you mean powder?
Huevos jail. Okay, so basically, here's my theory, and
this is unproven. This is a TJ thought.
You've got the dishes, the little steamer tray dishes, chafing dishes, hotel pans, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And you lift it up. You've seen them at the Delta Lounge, and they'll have.
I try not to touch them, but I've seen them.
Maybe some sausages that are instead of being golden brown and delicious, are just kind of like gray and off-putting. And then you've got the bacon, which instead of being crispy and delicious bacon, it's very al dente. We're the darkest color, it will get a little yellowy. It appears to be boiled or gently poached versus traditionally cooked in a pan or fried even. And then the scrambled eggs at some places are well done, but then sometimes it just feels like they just buy like an industrial box of like egg product mixture, and they have a giant vat and they just kind of cook it all together and then plop it into a thing. It tastes okay. It's fine. It's not good. But I think that the theory is they do that, so then you take one bite of the eggs and you're like, oh, this sucks. I'll just order from the menu, and then you get the omelet is $67. It does come with caviar on top, or whatever it is. So it's like a bait and switch upsell.
That makes that actually makes sense, and I think
I don't hate. This is business. It has to happen.
It is business. I agree, and I don't like any food in receptacles that large. I don't want it coming. I don't want to see that.
I didn't know that.
I don't love it. I would like to see it portioned out properly. I don't want to see, sort of, no pun intended, how the sausage is made. Personally, that's just me.
You don't like large scale.
I don't love large scale cookery. No, I don't. I really don't.
So whatever Francis Mallman's up to, you stay away.
You're onto something though with that. I think that probably is true.
Who knows?
I think that probably is true.
It makes sense. Do you think if the Delta Lounge, do you think we're gonna reach a point where they're gonna have a section where like this is the free shit, and then they have another section where it's like this is like way better and you got to pay?
What I would like them to do, stick with me on this, get rid of all food, open bar.
In the Delta Lounge.
No food available. Maybe some cocktail nuts, maybe something for the potato chips. But let's focus on the alcohol. I feel like it's cheaper. I feel like it's just a better business in general, and you will have to invest in some bouncers and some extra security staff, a DJ, etc. But
bouncers,
the food preparation alone, I mean, think about the space and time and money it takes up.
Well, I think that's the way things used to be. And also, just to be clear, the Delta Lounge, more or less, unless you get like the upsold stuff, it is open bar. It is free.
Oh, I thought you had to pay for everything above.
No, I think you can get. I mean, I think it may depend on your status, but there's like beer, wine, and then maybe some like base level cocktails. But if you want some higher end shit, some top.
Okay, I apologize. I have to be honest. I've never had a drink in a lounge in my entire life.
That's okay. I believe you, and that's why you're ignorant to all of this information.
So I thought they I guess they do charge you for champagne because they always market that.
No, when I walk in, that shit free.
No, they're saying like for the good champagne, you have to use some sort of like voucher.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
If you don't want the Costco champagne, you have to pay for that. That's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah. So okay, let's get to your food. You are in. I didn't even know that Silt was a place.
Let me say something about Silt, bro. This place is fucking unreal. It's beautiful. Like I am absolutely transfixed by the natural beauty of Silt. This is not a joke. It's like I got off the plane and I was immediately like, oh wow, this is like a weird special. It feels like the Hamptons and Denmark and like Scotland because it's like an island.
Oh, it's an island. I didn't know that.
It's amazing. It's basically like for rich German people, with these like there's a very certain kind of architecture.
Yeah.
But the whole thing is really I haven't really left the grounds of Lanzerhof because you can like walk around, but my schedule's been so busy with medical appointments. But tomorrow I'm going to take the e-bike into town because there's a lot of high-end shopping here. So
you're allowed to leave the property.
Yeah, I'm adhering to the program as closely as possible because I want to have that experience. But if I wanted to smuggle in gummy worms, I could sit up here and eat them. If I wanted to smoke a cigarette on the balcony, I could.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. But yeah, you can leave. So they have these e-bikes, and there's a part of town where there's a Bottega and an Hermes. I'm going to go kick tires over there and kind of see what the locals are looking like.
Okay. And Silt is spelled with a Y, not an I, right?
Yeah, SYLT. Honestly, but this place it's really beautiful and it's really hard. Like I haven't been this physically challenged in a long time.
Okay, and the hard part is the amount of food that your fat ass is getting compared to the amount of food that you be wanting to eat.
I mean, it's a fasting clinic, so there's like a whole method that they've developed over years. And I'm eating food, but it's just like for breakfast, it's like plain yogurt and 2 pieces of plain, small toast. And then for lunch, it's carrots. And then for dinner, it's soup and like zucchini or spinach. But it's sort of like every day you get a little more,
Oh yeah.
And then by the time you're ready to leave, they've sort of reacclimated you a little bit to reset your gut, basically.
So you said plain yogurt, 2 pieces of little bread for breakfast.
Yeah.
Dinner, you got some soup. And then you said lunch is carrots. Walk me through the carrots.
Delicious. That's the other thing. All the food is really, really good, and you want a lot more of it, and that's not available.
But how? What is the? How is the carrot? What does it look like? How is it? Is it just carrots?
Oh, it's a multicolor. It's a rainbow of carrots on a. There's some sort of There's some sort of puree underneath, and a little. It's not like depressingly plain. All the food is very flavorful and good. It's just very, very small portions. And the chef's crazy. It's all like from here, basically. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like real local shit.
Okay. Local carrots.
But I've just been.
Did you have the chestnut soup or the zucchini soup?
I went with the zucchini. It was delicious, actually. And tonight I had a minestrone that was good. And because the vegetables were so finely chopped, it had a toothsome flavor that I needed. Felt like because the whole thing here is like intentional eating, so you're supposed to, it's chew every bite 40 times type shit. Which when you're eating alone, so basically I have my own table. Like everybody picks a table on the first day, and you sit there for every meal, and they just bring you. They just know what program you're on.
Got it.
Basically,
got it.
It's honestly, I can't wait to write about it. It's been a fascinating. It's gonna be a long week, but overall, it's pretty unbelievable. Like what they can do here, if depending on what you're interested in.
Do they measure your stats and vitals and weight and all that stuff every day?
No, not every day. First morning, I woke up 7 a.m. blood draw, and then we go over the blood draw. And then it's from there. But tomorrow, which I'm most excited about, is I'm getting hypnotized. And before I see my osteopath, I'm getting hypnotized. So tomorrow's going to be a big day. I'll give you the update next time we talk.
Can you explain what the osteopath does for our listeners at home?
I mean, it's just like a sort of like a body work chiropractor, like a little bit of a combo of both. But there's personal trainers.
And do you have any goals or intentions with this hypnotism?
I do, but I'm going to save that for myself. I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. But yes, I do, and you can guess what they are.
Are you going to reveal it in your cover story?
Yeah, my Pulling Weeds cover story. You're going to get all the tea. The other thing I forgot to mention, when you check in, they ask your shoe size, and I was like, oh, they're going to give me some shitty spa flip flops. These motherfuckers, I get in my room, they got the custom Birkenstocks with the Lanzerhof logo on the side. That is a nice touch.
What style of Birk are we doing?
Arizona. The Arizona 2-strap. Okay. It's a really nice touch.
And then does everybody walk around and wear them? It's just the uniform?
A lot of people do, yeah. I would say at least half.
Okay.
But the other thing I wanted to tell you about was the sauna is 194 degrees.
Ooh, dry, obviously.
Dry, but it could hold a basketball team. It's I've only been in there alone. There's so much space in the sauna. I feel like it's the size of a New York City apartment.
Damn, bro. Okay. Well, it sounds like we're both doing very relaxing, restorative activities, except, like I said, your entire dinner is one of several courses that I eat every day. But I'm almost a little envious and a little jealous. If I could afford Lanzerhof, I want to try it.
I think it is something. I think that I get why a person would come here for 7 days every year if money wasn't an issue for them. Like it really is. And also, I guess the air in Silt, one of the reasons they built it here is like the air and the water in Silt is apparently like extremely mineral rich and like healing. So like it's supposed to be just like being outside is supposed to make you feel good. So I mean, look, we'll see. The problem is that I haven't had coffee So I'm feeling a little,
Oh.
I think tomorrow on the third day is when I hit my stride.
Mm-hmm.
But today there was a lot of brain fog. Not unlike you after, staying out till 4 a.m. at the wedding and then going to the airport. It's a similar kind of brain fog,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe a little less painful.
Yeah, because you said maybe the nicest building you've ever been in your entire life, and I was in the final back row of an EasyJet plane.
Dude, you sweating out a little bit of cocaine and 18 Peronis on the back row just made me smile. I gotta say, we all need that from time to time. You got to remind yourself who you are, where you came from.
Homeland, but honestly, and also every time I come to Europe, or I guess not Europe, all of Europe, but Italy, the being so void of vegetables often on the menu, my body is just craving all things veggie right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, when they offer you a salad and it's tomatoes, it's not hitting the same.
Look, I
But you'll
love
get one-
tomatoes. It's all good, but yeah, I mean,
You'll get one soon.
everything is just bread, and the bread is good.
I mean,
But when you eat the bread, you got to put a little olive oil on there, and then the pasta, and then
all I can think about is that pizza we had in Sicily. It felt like my last meal. It just there's the pizza at like late night that came out at the wedding. I felt like that was my like last supper.
I mean, it was.
I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna have 3 pieces of this shit right now at 1 a.m. because tomorrow this is all over. The fun and games are over, Chris. It's time to get into fucking gear.
Because you were the only person there. It was a party environment, of course. So
You need the pizza.
I think you needed to have a little
That was my treat.
a release.
That was my.
And if I'm saying if you didn't have that pizza, things could have got dangerous.
Very dangerous. All right, so R.I.P. Robert Redford, one of the best dressers of all time, passed away. Charlie Kirk is still dividing the world, and I'm sick of hearing about it. And I think that's it. I think we have a guest today, though.
We can discuss the Coachella lineup with our guest because he is on there.
High up, yeah. Not as high as Sabrina Carpenter or Justin Bieber, but pretty high. Our guest today is Jamie XX, obviously 1/3 of the XX, also a DJ, producer. We've been listening to his music for as long as he's been making it, I would say.
That's right.
And I guess the XX is back. They're in the studio. So there's a lot to discuss with our British brother.
That is, so let's give Jamie a call. Much to discuss. Much to discuss. Need to get his thoughts on Carol G's placement.
I don't know who Carol G is.
Well, I was wondering whether to get like the professional microphone out and stuff, but I thought that'd be too much.
It would not be too much, James. It would not be too much.
I mean, I think that it's probably diminishing returns for you at a certain point, but glad to know you have it ready to go.
Yeah, you've been in the studio all day working. You probably don't want to get out and set up another session file for a podcast. But what are you working on today? What'd you just finish up? You feel good about it? You feel bad about it?
I feel okay about it. We just started with the band with the XX again. We've been in for like a week, and yeah, it's hard to say because I came straight out of touring and straight into the studio.
Okay,
but there's good bits and bad bits.
Sure, but were these songs like are they kind of ready to rock, or are we figuring it out as we go along?
We spent the whole first week not listening to anything we've done before and just writing new stuff, which was fun.
Okay.
And then today we went through everything we've worked on like over the last year, which was nice and confusing because there's a lot of stuff, too much stuff, and we still need to write new stuff.
Sure.
Who knows?
Sure. There's a stuff problem over there at headquarters.
Yeah, you're fine. But it's interesting because you can make a song with your band and then go back and listen to it and say, oh, this is not good. But then 1 3-second part of one instrument, you can take that and then flip that and then turn that into a new, better song because that's what you do. So it's
true.
It's kind of,
yeah.
It always, you have a million lives. You can just keep regenerating it until you have a great song.
That's true. I am lucky. And we're doing like one or 2 days where I'm just on my own working through stuff, which is really helpful.
A little time alone.
So the favorite part of being in the studio with your band is the days that you get to be in the studio alone.
Yeah,
Got it.
Was there a moment back in the day where one day they finally let you be alone with all the sounds and the tracks so you could do your thing?
That was, yeah.
Like, did something happen?
Well, I had to like prove myself in the start. We were working with a bunch of producers before they let me do it. And it was all helpful stuff, like just to see how professionals do it. We were in the studio with Diplo.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about professionals. That's right there. The height.
I mean, it was interesting. You made some very Diplo-esque stuff.
Sure. Maybe not super right for you guys, but he did his thing.
Yeah. And we went out into Carnival with him, and that was really inspiring, just wandering around the sound system.
Oh, inspiring is a fun word for that.
Yeah, inspiring is a really great way to describe that.
So Diplo told the girl on his lap to get out of the way when he finally heard you playing the right bongo sound and said, "Let's do this."
That's exactly it. Yeah.
But I like that you said they let me do it. You know, I feel like you had a say in it, but you're saying you had to convince your other band members, like, no, I got the sauce.
Yeah, because there was amount of time from when the XX started to when you became Jamie XX, right? You had to earn those stripes.
Yeah. Well, like it started off, they were convincing me to go on stage with them because before I just made the beats on CD and they'd press play and go and play, and I'd be at the gigs just in the crowd. And then eventually I got a drum machine that I could play, an MPC, for my birthday, and then I went up on stage and that stuff happened. But then we got the record label, and then they were interested in lots of other producers, and eventually I just behind the scenes was making all of the productions myself whilst all these other producers were making their versions of stuff, and then I just played it to everyone and it seemed right.
And now we're playing Coachella again. I just saw that was announced today, huh? You know, almost headlining.
Yeah.
You're in the Stroke spot.
The Stroke spot's a good place to be.
You guys are big. There's fanfare. But, you know, no one's bigger than Sabrina right now, right?
No, exactly. I mean, I'm happy to be before Sabrina. Love Sabrina.
Yeah, I do too.
Directly before Sabrina is a good place to be. I feel like you can also get to bed a little earlier. I know you're kind of worried about that stuff.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Coachella, though, Coachella is a monster. When's the last time you went?
2 years ago, I played it.
Would you ever go to a music festival that you weren't playing?
No, not these days.
Same. I mean, same. And I don't play anything, so that's why I don't go to music festivals.
Thank you for not lying.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's.
But you've been to enough music festivals.
Yeah.
You've only been doing this for 10, 15 years, but you've had more festival inside of your body than the average person needs.
Yeah.
And we've only just begun.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, I'd still go and see bands that I love, but festivals, I've been doing like 3 or 4 a week for about 4 years, and it's killing me.
Shit, bro, 3 or 4 a week?
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah. You ended up having just a great live DJ set show where you kind of, it was cool because you mentioned like you did Coachella a couple years ago. I feel like around 2 years ago is when you had the new show where you started projecting the crowd onto the screen so the crowd could watch themselves on the screen, and it was such a simple, genius idea for our attention deficit disorder world. You don't have to create visuals, they create them for you, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Do you feel a little sense of something knowing that every other band seems to do that now, and every other show? I feel like you were the first person I saw do that. And now
that's cool.
Everyone is doing it. I saw Massive Attack is doing it, but they have facial recognition. Yeah. Have you seen that?
No.
Massive Attack definitely stole that shit from you. I was going to say Feist, but she probably ain't really checking for you like that. But Massive Attack.
Everyone stole it from you. I don't know. I mean, you probably didn't invent it, but I think you popularized it more than everyone.
Oh, that's cool.
And you created these live shows that were just like, one step above the DJ set, and everyone's like, damn, Jamie XX, it's not to be missed. But the Massive Attack thing, they have like government, like TSA facial recognition technology. They scan the crowd and it shows random people's faces pop up on the screen, and it shows what their face is saying, like the mood that they're in. So
right.
like this person is like a potential threat, or this person is calm, or this, whatever.
Oh, that's fun.
That seems a little fucked up, but Massive Attack can kind of do whatever they want, right?
Yeah,
Calm down. That's a little much for me. I mean, potential threat across my head on a giant screen is cool, like in theory.
Well, I think they reworked it. Like if you're at the airport and you have, an ounce of coke inside of your asshole or a gun on you, then it's going to be setting off flags. But this one is just like introspective and happy and sad and chill and whatever.
Right,
so it's more just
they dumbed it down. They decopped it.
They dumbed it down. But also, I guess speaking of Massive Attack, tomorrow you're playing OVO Wembley with Portishead.
Yeah.
And many other people as well.
The lineup keeps changing.
Yeah.
Hold on, OVO Wembley. This has nothing to do with Drake. This is something different.
It's quite confusing.
It's the arena at Wembley.
So Wembley I had to Google this. Next door to Wembley is a indoor venue that holds 12 or 13,000, I think, like that. And it's called OVO Arena.
See, why would we not just call it Lil Wembley? At that point, why would you not? It's right. It's right there. Why would you not call it Lil Wembley?
But what else is OVO other than Drake?
I have no idea. I assumed it was Drake. But who knows?
I thought Drake had opened his. I mean, Drake does have his own venue in Toronto. Why not open one next to Wembley? It's his favorite city.
I feel like if Drake owned an arena, I would know that. You know what I mean? It's kind of my job, but who knows? So, have you ever seen Portishead? Or I'm assuming you're a Portishead fan.
Yeah, massive fan.
Massive.
I've seen them a couple of times.
Really?
Only when they were playing Third, whatever that third album is called. And like Dummy was such a big album for me when I was growing up.
Yeah.
Like major influence. So yeah, I love them.
That was the first record I had doubles of, I think.
Is it?
But then I realized that I wanted to scratch all the parts of the album that had the scratches on there, so it was kind of pointless,
And then did you collect all the original samples so you could scratch the originals?
Did not go that far at all. No. Did you?
I did that.
I bet you fucking did that.
Did.
Yeah, that's why I'm interviewing you and you're not interviewing me, Jamie.
Oh, I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let you take it right there.
But you
take it right there.
You did a remix for us on the first album, didn't you?
Yes.
The Shelter remix.
I didn't do much to it. I just added some drums and I think a little extra.
We loved that remix.
Little extra bassy boost.
Some drums, yeah.
Is that Jason? That's the one we heard in the hotel in Indianapolis, right?
I think so.
It was
a
great day.
So, yeah.
We were in a hotel in Indianapolis. And Jason was like, "Wait, I think that's my remix they're playing."
Oh, wow.
And then it was.
I was actually just.
But this was
remembering I've opened for you a couple times, and the first time Chris was also involved. Do you remember? It was at the 3 of Clubs in Hollywood.
Dump.
Our friend Matt Goldman put it together, and then I think Chris was involved because you hooked up the tequila sponsorship.
That's right.
Right.
And then I DJ'd before you. This was as early. This is maybe your first DJ set in LA.
It probably was. That was like 2010 or something.
I remember that.
9.
Good memory.
I do remember that actually. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah. It's like the little
How?
club on the corner in LA, like a bungalow type thing. Was it?
Well, there was 2. That was the second time it was
okay.
That was in a club. It was an outdoor club called Lure, like a fishing lure. And then that was me, John Talbot, and then you.
Yeah.
And it was out. I remember it was outdoors, and I couldn't stop smoking. I was like, "It's so cool to smoke and DJ at the same time."
That is fun.
Us Americans don't have the opportunity to do that as much as you guys do over there.
It does feel cool. I still love doing it.
It is. It's one of the coolest things you can do because a lot of times you guys are up there hitting these buttons, and we all know they ain't doing shit. So if you're smoking if you're smoking a cigarette, at least I know what you're doing.
It's cooler to tap an ash than tap a Q button. You know what I mean?
Dude, these guys are out of control. You got 6 CDJs, you got buttons everywhere. This shit is out of control.
Yeah, actually, I do want to talk about your live DJ setup on stage. I think I saw you when the last time you were at the Shrine when you did all those shows over there, and it was powerful to watch all those USC kids just jumping up and down and loving the techno flavor. But I was upstairs looking down, and I know that you've built your little DJ deck setup very specifically to your exact standards, and there's like the little kind of box in the middle that's, I think you hide your mixer in so people can't see it, maybe?
Yeah. Well, it's just an isolator,
An isolator.
like a Larry Levan style fun thing to play with.
Okay, so you've got your bass, mid, and high
Yeah,
knobs.
exactly. But it just comes in such a massive case that we built this just giant box which conveniently hides everything I'm doing, and I think adds some mystery.
I really like adding the mystery. I really like
I was mystified because the whole time because up on the balcony wings, you can kind of get almost right aligned with you. And my nosy ass had the little binoculars out. I'm trying to see what's going on. And then I remember I was thinking I was probably stoned when I was watching it because I had to drive, so I wasn't going to get too drunk. And I remember you were just playing CDJs the whole time, and then at the end you put on like a 7-inch, I think. And I remember thinking like, damn, does this guy travel with turntables, and his production guy has to come and set up all this shit all the time just so he can play one 7-inch at the end? And then does he or she or they get pissed off when one night they set it all up and they tune everything and they get the tone arms all good and the hum is gone and the bounce is bomb and this frequency and you don't even bring a vinyl record out? Are they like, God damn it, he didn't even do it?
I imagine they do get pissed off. But I was so nervous in LA. Like, it's an extra element of unpredictability with the vinyl, and sometimes I feel confident enough to bring it out. But LA was such a big one.
What about LA and vinyl makes it more nerve-wracking?
Well, because like needles can skip,
the gang violence,
you get feedback. Oh, yeah, totally.
I mean, what about LA specifically? Obviously, the vinyl on a big, giant, booming stage, you're going to have a lot of issues.
No, it's just because it's like I lived in LA for like almost 5 years, and I had my place there when I was doing those shows. So I had loads of friends there, and always when I have friends there, it's like way more scary than playing to lots of faces I don't know.
Okay, so when you're doing Denver, a little bit more relaxed than when you have 180 people on the guest list.
Yeah,
that's a fair.
Exactly.
That's a fair. But because I went in New York and it seemed like you chose the hardest and most expensive way to do anything, which I also respect. It felt like because we were at the Armory and you brought in all the shit in there. You had to bring it in.
Yeah. And it's such a bad sounding room for music. It was a lot of effort.
Bad sounding room for music.
It's a very sick venue. I've been to lots of different things there, and I don't remember how any of them sound. Obviously, that's not my sort of area of expertise, but I trust you in saying that you had to put in a lot of work to make it sound good.
Yeah, you're doing it the hard way, but it obviously seems to be paying off because what you're creating is more than just a DJ set, but you're traveling and, I'm going to go play some songs off my MP3 stick for a couple of hours, yet you have a couple 18-wheelers in the parking lot full of shit, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe 4.
Yeah, I think it's 2.
It's only 2. All right, 2 is if you were
okay.
Over
You've got
2,
2 18-wheelers. We got our boy Diplo. He just shows up on a plane somewhere, and somebody plugs the USB in. And he takes his shirt off, and he makes twice as much money as you do.
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah,
he is hot though. But when you're doing it, have you always had a little bit of the we got to do things the right way, even if it is the hard way? No corner cutting.
I think so. We've always done that with the band as well, so it was just instilled in me from a young age. But when I go and do the shows where I just plug in the USB and everything is
He said don't check my pockets, TJ. I'm doing just fine with my USB sticks.
I know,
all right?
I know.
It's just more fun when you it's just more fun when you have control.
Yeah, controlling it all is cool, and if you can, then why not? Especially if you have the interest. I think a lot of people just don't give a fuck, but if you care, you might as well do it. You've earned it.
Yeah, when you're used to being on your stage with your lights and your gear, everything's set up to the right height and specificity, and everything is tuned in and perfect, and then you got to go play some weird shit where they design the stage and the turntables are some diagonal V-shaped shit, and you got a roof and you can't see anything like that. Is that annoying to you, or is it just kind of fun and exciting and different?
It's fine, but it makes you like I don't know, you just don't really care as much because you know it's going to be slightly annoying for you. Well, at least that's how I feel.
Sure.
And I'm a bit of a perfectionist in that way, but I do like the ones where I don't care so much because it means that I can kind of go a bit weirder, and sometimes that leads me into more interesting
Yeah.
places.
Yeah. You'll discover two songs that you should have never mixed together that end up being really cool and special, and you'll
Yeah.
try it out tomorrow at Red Rocks or wherever it may be.
But you don't do the crazy 8-hour shit, right? You're like you're a normal guy.
No, I've done that. I do like that. In Europe.
Can you please explain to me what you like about it? Because this shit, I have friends that do it. Jason is, we talk about this stuff a lot, and I'm just like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand the taking people on a journey. I understand the spiritual part of it, but the physical 8-hour part of it or whatever just seems kind of unbelievable to me as a layman.
Yeah. Well, I think as like somebody in the crowd, I don't think it really matters that much because you're going to go through different like places in your mind anyway over that amount of time. But as a DJ, I find it really meditative to be able to be in that state. And especially usually when I do like the 10-hour things, it's with a back-to-back with somebody else. So you're kind of vibing with them.
All right, hold on. 10 hour, how long of the 10 hours is back to back? Not all of it.
Sometimes the whole thing. 10 hours, yeah.
Wow. All right, I need an example of who you're going to go back to back with for 10 hours, and that's fun.
I did Young Marco at Trowel in Amsterdam for 10 hours. That was wicked.
Yeah, okay. Young Marco is
and
great.
Then like Berghain, I did on my own. Well, Panorama Bar I did on my own for a long time. Like all those proper, the staples of Europe.
Sure.
That's where you really go along. And it's, I don't know, people expect it. You feel like you're part of an institution. I just
that part
I love it.
That part I get. But you're saying, all right, but if you start feeling, I mean, drowsy obviously isn't necessarily going to happen in a club, but let's say it would. You're feeling a little, it's 4 a.m. You're feeling a little down. You can't tap in the homie because people are there to see you, or you think people are fucked up enough where you could take an hour break and it would be okay.
Oh, you could definitely take a break. I mean, at Trowel, they serve you a little panini halfway through and you have a little sandwich break whilst you're playing tunes.
That's nice.
Very nice. Very civilized.
That is very civilized, actually. For that, yeah, those sets have just always fascinated me because I don't really like that kind of music that would keep me up that late. So I've never experienced it, and when I did drugs, I've just never experienced it. I think it's hard for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I love sleep too much, I think.
It's European though. It is very European.
You mentioned Berghain. I just saw Drake just went there, I think yesterday or the day before.
Oh, really?
What do you think about that? Do you think he should have been let in? Do you think he behaved himself? Do you think it was just all for show?
I would like to know if he queued up. I hope he did.
I doubt it. I doubt he did.
I wonder if they. I wonder that. I feel like they would get a lot of joy out of making him queue up. So it feels like even if it was just for 10 minutes, just to say that you did it, it feels like you have to. And he feels like he was probably briefed and maybe would be okay with it himself.
Yeah, it's part of the fun. Like the joy of getting in is so much higher when you feel like you're not going to get in.
Yeah, it's not a strip club in Houston. It's like this is a place that you can't just buy your way in.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Drake, then you kind of can.
I mean, I bet he was only there for a couple hours. I'm sure he didn't make an 8-hour.
But I've never been there, so I don't have any attachment to it. But people are saying the old Berghain wouldn't just let Drake and this I don't know what his name is, the annoying fat guy who used to make trap music and now he's a shitty house music DJ. They went together. I would want Berghain to say no, you are not allowed to come in here. I would just let Drake in alone. That would be cool as long as he doesn't touch the merchandise.
You got to come in here alone is really funny.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. And Drake is enough of a sub that he would like it, right? He doesn't want to wait in line, but he wants to, have to be like scared and alone, like in a burial song.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is maybe what happened. He might have gone, you get in some.
He
wild
may have
shit
gone to
the
the
dark.
basement. Is what you're saying?
He might. That's what I'm saying. He might have hit the basement. Who's to say?
You went to Marvin's room downstairs. You've worked on a lot of Drake stuff over the years, right, Jamie?
There was a period there where I did.
What era of Drake was this?
It was like before Take Care. So like I met him when he was touring the album before, which I think was his first,
Yeah.
or like the big one.
Yeah, it was.
And then we just hung out a bunch whilst he was making Take Care, and he used one of my tracks for Take Care called Take Care. Um, yeah, it was interesting, weird times.
But I feel like in your position, you've been in places with a lot of people that have a lot of personalities, you know, and I feel like part of the job is understanding how to handle that and still get the best product from it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not very good at that. To be honest. I feel like I've really lucked out with like the Drake thing or like other big collaborations that have happened because I genuinely feel like I'm pretty bad socially in the studio.
Yeah, I mean, I'm imagining you and Young Thug not really like clicking too well, you know. I mean, I'm sure it was fun. I mean, you guys, obviously, he was on a big song of yours, but I think there's a good chance you guys never even met, right?
We didn't meet until after the song was done, but we met on camera on Boiler Room, and he was very sweet. But that was the
Okay.
first time I'd ever met him. It was all over the internet.
See, that's
Yeah.
I mean, that's wild, but that makes sense. But I feel like I feel like there's also in those situations, there's sort of like, yo, let this white boy do his thing in the corner. He doesn't need to be doing what we're doing. We're gonna. It's better if we all just do our thing and then come together at the end.
Totally.
Like when you leave the note on the car when your dog is in there, like he has his snacks, he has his favorite music on, he has his water, he's gonna be okay. Kind
Exactly.
That's what they do.
Yes.
When you're in Atlanta, that's what they do for you.
I lean into the nerd thing, and it seems to work.
It's working.
I mean, they have you there for a reason. It's not so they can kick it with you for 7 hours and then finally start working on music later. It's like, let's get some shit done, you know?
Yeah, and I'm really trying to avoid all the weed smoking as well because I'm terrible at that.
You can't, Chief?
No.
You said you lived in Cali for 5 years and it never took.
I have tried many times, but it always ends badly. Like in the studio, there's a certain amount of
Secondhand smoke.
secondary,
Yeah.
which I can kind of deal with, but yeah, it just doesn't work for my brain.
So you've tried it many a times and you get a little. Does the paranoia kick in?
Yeah, and everything sounds weird. It's not good for making music, especially.
What drugs are good for you for making music?
Most of the other ones, pretty good.
What else you got? What else you got? Let me know.
Most of the other ones is a great answer.
We'll kind of figure it out from there. When did you leave California? It sounds like recently.
Yeah, I sold the place a couple of months ago.
What happened? You just had enough?
No, I still love it there. I got the place just after COVID, and I fell in love with it. And I'd been stuck in my house in London for so long. I wanted to change the scene, and I was newly single, and LA is a good place to be single. So I just had a lot of fun for 5 years. Now I've got to get back to real life.
Okay, so you're saying you went to LA for 5 years, got turned up, and now you're like, all right, I got to come home.
This sounds like a rom-com, I will say.
Where was the house? Were you a Los Feliz guy?
I was in Silver Lake, just behind the Red Line, up the hill.
Okay, up the hill. Do we have a pool?
No, I was planning to build a pool and a studio and everything. It was going to be like a long-term thing, but yeah, it all changed.
I can't believe that you lived there for 5 years and I never saw you around. I never saw you walk in the reservoir. I never saw you at L&E Oyster. I never saw you at Whole Foods.
I did hit all the spots.
Bro, I went to your hood and nobody knew you, bro. Where
he
were
went
you
to
at?
Overpass. He only went to Overpass, Jason. That's
What were your haunts? What were your LA spots?
Yeah, what were your spots?
Well, I did spend a lot of time driving to Malibu to go surfing, but I kind of that was one of the reasons why I decided to get rid of the house as well, because I spent so much time getting to the coast and back. I didn't think about it.
But we can't be the cliche successful music producer with a house in Malibu. I mean, there's worse things, but that's tough.
Yeah, also I couldn't afford it. It would have been nice.
You can afford it now, post fires. Bad joke, sorry. But
Yeah.
Oh, the spots, I don't know. I did go to L&E quite a lot. It was quite local. I mean, the reason why I got the place was that I could walk down to the pub, the Red Lion.
really?
I don't know, just like lots of the local places that I could walk to, basically. I went to Musso's a lot.
Did you ever do Motivate Pilates?
No, I did not. That's the one next to the coffee shop, right?
Yeah, right next to the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Not a bad little coffee shop, actually.
Mhm.
He's like, no, I saw some people coming in and out of there, if you know what I'm saying, but I never did the class myself. I never tried.
It's a good
that
location,
bullshit.
just to let you know.
Mhm.
So at the Red Lion, did you ever get the split pea soup with the big wiener coming out of it?
No, I got the sausage plate.
Okay.
I've never
Well,
seen
just
that.
letting you know, if the next time you go, if you get the split pea soup, which is good, it has one of those sausages coming out of it,
Mhm.
That's fun.
and it's
sounds good.
it's a hilarious German presentation.
I didn't know you. So do you need to be in that proximity of a pub if you're in another country? Does it make you feel good?
Apparently so, yeah.
Sure. If you're making
do.
real estate decisions based
a
on
pub
it,
guy.
I guess that is
Mhm.
true. But the surfing, did the surfing take hold in England, or is this something you picked up in California?
In Hawaii, we were like on tour and between Japan and Canada, and we went to Hawaii for a couple of days. And I did it there when I was 25 the first time. But I skated before, so it's better for old age, I find. And I kind of stopped skating and took over
Wait, I didn't know
surfing.
you. I didn't know you were a skate. What? How good were you at skating?
I was medium,
Okay.
not great.
What is the what trick that you have successfully completed are you the most proud of?
Great
Switch
question.
hard flip. What's
Great
going on?
question.
I mean, like the fact that I could get tray flips down towards the end was making me happy.
Okay.
Okay.
How big were your pants while you were doing these tray flips?
They changed. I mean, it was such a long period of time. They started big, they went skinny, and then they went back to big.
Sure, sure. We've seen it culturally. It's happened.
Yeah, whatever they go opposite of the wheel size. I found the pant size.
That's true.
Okay, so did you reach like a spiritual surfing like Jonah Hill level flow at a certain point?
I think so. I mean, it makes me really happy. It makes me so happy that I don't need to make music, which is bad. So I have to like compartmentalize the surfing with the music stuff and do it when I don't need to do anything else, basically.
Okay. Well, I mean, luckily you can't really, you don't surfing is a morning time activity. Get it done, out of the way, and then off to the studio we go. Unless I don't know if you're doing a night surf or anything like that, but
No, but I would try that.
yeah.
It seems this hobby seems at odds with your job. I will say,
Exactly.
timing
It's
wise.
really- exactly. Yeah.
Timing
You
wise.
can't be on dawn patrol. Well, what style of surfing do you think you were doing? Are you a little hot dogger? You a longboard? You a regular guy?
I mean, I started out with longboards, and now I'm at like mid to shorter, but anything really. It's more just like having to get out there early in the morning, get cold, and get a little bit scared. It's like
Yeah.
it's a good way to start your day.
Get cold, get scared. Yeah. Get slapped around by Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Did you spend time down in Orange County, my hometown?
Oh, is that where you're from?
Yeah.
No, I kind of bypassed it. I did a lot of like Stan Onofre and
Yeah.
like a bit further south than that.
Mhm.
I never spent much time in Orange.
Yeah. It's better that way. San Diego's chill though. Hit little trestles, Sanof.
Are
Yeah,
they known for their surfing in San Diego?
Yeah.
Trestles it's a sick spot.
Trestles is a sick
Yeah,
spot.
I tried to get down there.
Do you think that after living in Los Angeles for 5 years and surfing, it changed the way you spoke in a way that you didn't like? Like did you feel your proper English vernacular escaping from your body in real time and you started saying, dude, this is sick, and you were like, oh no, it's happening?
No, if anything, I probably hammed up the English because it really works.
Oh.
People get a lot more excited about it.
So they're not going to punch you when you steal their wave if you have the English accent.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm ever so sorry for dropping in on you, sir.
Oh, I apologize.
Works every time.
I suppose
that would work. That would work.
Okay, so when are you gonna are you planning on being done with the XX album before Coachella comes around? We hoping so?
I would love that, but I don't know.
Okay.
We planned these festival things that are happening next year so that we would be forced to finish a record because we didn't want to be too old
Smart.
when we're still working on it, and we've taken years sometimes to make records. So we have a time slot and it's movable, but we're working really hard to like get it done before those festivals. But we'll see.
The power of a deadline is strong and real.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
rumor I always heard was that you guys were gonna do this tour where you all play solo and then come together at the end like a transformer
Yeah.
and give us the XX, which is a pretty rare. Like, there's not many people that can do that.
Mhm.
There's not many people.
That was kind of an idea. It was more like the Avengers than the Transformers, and we would assemble.
Sorry, I'm not a nerd. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Maybe it will still happen. I would like that.
I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a fun idea, and I think it really lets you flex your muscles. Like, we got songs,
Mm,
all of us.
Yeah, and you'd probably
yeah.
like it because you'd be headlining out of the three of you guys. You probably like that the most, didn't you?
Hey, bro, we get along great. It's just kind of about numbers, I don't know.
Thanks for warming them up, all you guys rock. Anyway, what's up, you guys?
But I have to say, with the XX, I'm very the way you guys have gone about it is very cool, because you just kind of did your own thing. There was no like weird, like, we're taking a hiatus, we're gonna do this. You just sort of did your own thing, and now you're doing it again, which
You're
I
flowing
think,
organically.
yes, and I think we've come to a place in culture where people like to make declarations, maybe prematurely, I would say.
Mm,
It's like if Jason's taking a social media break and he lets us all know.
right.
Like, you probably could have just left social media and come back and it would have been fine. I feel
Yeah.
like you guys are doing it the right way.
Oh, that's good. I don't think we really thought about it that much, but I'm glad it comes across that way.
That's why it comes across that way, because you didn't think about it that much, and most people do. That's kind of what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people thought we'd just broken up, I think, but that was not the case.
I mean, it'd be more fun if you hated each other and we were talking to you right now, but I know that's not true, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna be okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, you said you've been playing 3 to 4 festival shows a week for the last 4 years. You don't have time to look at your mail. You know what I mean? You don't have time to go grocery shopping, probably, right?
Yeah, it's been it's been amazing. I've loved this last 4 years more than any other tour. But I just finished 2 weeks ago, like finished, and went straight into the studio, and it's been quite a shock to the system, just like not having that stimulus in the evenings when like it's time to go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting used to it, and there is something really nice about having a weekend at home.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing that we've noticed when we tour is, like, even though it is taxing on the body and the mind, and you don't work out the way you want to, and you don't eat what
Mm.
you want to when you want to, and you don't drink enough water, and the list goes on, but having the North Star of the next thing it's an exciting way to live, and you almost kind of forget about real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't even remember what it's like to be a normal person, where you wake up and you're like, I guess I'll just do whatever I want to do today.
yeah,
It takes a while but you also strike me as the type of person where you're like, all right, tour's over, that was amazing, time to chill, and then 38 hours later, Ableton gets popped open and off we go again, right?
Oh, yes, and less so now. I used to just like work on the back of the tour bus straight after the shows, and that part of me has gone a bit because I don't know, want to have a bit more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But
You have to schedule fun.
yes, like having this band stuff, it was literally the Monday after I finished my last gig on tour was really useful just to have to do it because I probably could have just bummed around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What's the sleep schedule like when you're at home?
Super healthy now because I'm old. Like getting up at 7 a.m.
Wow. Okay, I'm
and
impressed.
going to bed at 10.
But when you're out, you're going to bed late as fuck when you're on tour. And you just you're able to reacclimate when you get home.
Yes. Well, I'm not. It takes a long time, but to reacclimate. But yeah, when I'm out on tour, I mean, I have a lot. I built like a really nice touring crew over the last however long. So I always want to hang out with those guys afterwards, and they spend hours packing up the show afterwards. So it's always a late night.
Yeah, well, okay, when you're on tour, and let's say you go to bed at 6 a.m. and then you wake up at like 9 a.m. and you're wide awake and you can't get back to sleep, what are your tried and true methods
Uh,
for actually going back to sleep?
I think just be so tired that you can fall asleep. I mean, I found myself listening to podcasts to fall asleep, but I don't know if that really helps. It just helps with the ears ringing.
Oh, okay. How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel if we told you we listen to music to fall asleep? Would that make you feel good? Would that
Well,
make you? I didn't think so.
I think the
I didn't
right
think so.
the right type of podcast, the same way the right type of music can, you can find that sweet spot that can lull you back to sleep. The
Yeah,
podcast has to be exciting enough to keep your attention from wandering and thinking about, stuff going on inside of your mind, but also a subject that's boring enough to where you don't care about it. Like,
yes.
we're going to tell you the history of this bridge, but we're going to do a really good job about it or
Mm.
something like that.
That's the kind of thing. I wouldn't listen to yours to fall asleep.
Don't listen to our podcast to fall asleep. Some people say they listen to our podcast to fall asleep because even though we're talking about dumb stuff and, pop culture and food or whatever, the cadence that we have allows, their brain doesn't have enough time to think about anything else, about like,
Mm.
did I lock the door? Did I write that guy back? Did I,
Right.
I forgot to book that flight or whatever. And then that'll kind of lull you down. But then, of course, you wake up 24 minutes later because you're having a nightmare about Chris's voice and he's inside of your dream also.
One could
So,
only
This American Life or something like that.
one could
is a
only
good show
hope
for someone.
I had that kind of power. I wish I had that kind of power.
You just had Solomon remix a song of yours, and it seems to be going big. And I was thinking about it earlier, where for so many years I've had so many Jamie XX remixes that I've played, where you take a song that's good and then you add so much stuff to it and reshape it and turn it into this great remix that makes the song, a more popular version than the original song sometimes, a better for the club, or a more ethereal version of it, or whatever you've done. You've added all this to say you've added a bunch of stuff and elements and changed it into a remix. And I feel like with this Solomon remix, I was listening to it earlier, taking a song that has a lot of stuff, stripping it down to the kind of,
Yeah.
that level of club music. And I think there's a potentiality that is going to be bigger than your original version of that song.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much of that is a sign of the times, if you know what I mean, where club music is getting a little,
Yeah.
there's a difference, a fine line between minimal and simple, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
in a derogatory way.
I was playing his remix out for like a year before it came out because it just worked so much better than my version, and it was so big and tough and bassy because there was so little in it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started trying to make like little bits of music on the side that sounded more like that, which was interesting. But getting to play his night at Pasha, I do like once a year where we play back to back, is really interesting because he plays such like sort of big euphoric bangers and those big spacey things that really only works in Pasha or in Ibiza.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun to play like that, and it kind of made me want to do more stuff like that.
Have you successfully done it yet? Still not there yet.
I feel like the last time I did it with him, I DJ'd with him at Pasha, it was the best one, and we had a big, quite emotional hug at the end, which was very sweet. He's a big, sweet man.
He seems like a big, sweet man. But I mean, I guess, what do you think that the taste in music, or like what the average club goer, I guess from 5 years ago to today, if you're playing in front of these crowds all over the world, have you found their tastes shifting in a more simplistic, rhythmic way versus, the way things used to be before? I mean, obviously there's a big shift towards techno and like some higher tempos.
Yeah, I mean the higher tempo is definitely a thing, but my little like world of interesting music for the last few years has been sort of the breakbeat stuff, which is really fast, quite minimal, like very bass heavy and drum heavy. But I feel like that's where the most interesting new stuff is happening.
Yeah.
And it's not just a UK thing anymore, even though it's based on like garage and jungle and stuff. But it seems like there's loads of kids all over the world making that stuff, and it's super interesting, and I'm like learning from them.
Yeah, it feels like their bodies are responding to that in a more like animal way versus like a me in the corner of the club like, oh yeah, Fortet really did a great job panning these maracas and with the syncopated sub bass side chain frequencies, and then you put on a song like that and my wife is just like, this song's good. And it's just like boom, 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 boom. She's like, I get it. You're like, it skips your brain and goes straight to your ass, basically. Yeah, that's sort of what we have to remember as DJs is what it's all about.
That seems like the dream as a DJ. I thought that was the whole point.
I mean, that is the most fun shit to play.
Booty banging shit.
Sure, of course. Famously known as the booty banging shit.
So you're back in London now at the flat? Where it all started?
Well, no, I've moved since when it all started. But this is starting here.
Same town, different flat. I'm assuming. I'm hoping.
Yes.
But you're in this home stew right now. I see some synthesizers in the background.
Yeah, this is the home studio. We're recording I've kind of turned every floor in my house into a different version of recording and listening, so we can have like new spaces to go and do stuff.
Oh, that's fun.
Every floor of the house.
Every floor. You need a girlfriend.
You didn't say. You didn't say. He didn't say both rooms. He didn't say both floors. He said every floor.
He said every floor. So, all right, walk us through the floors. What are we doing on each floor at the Jamie XX Funhouse?
Oh, this is embarrassing now.
No, it's perfect.
So I'm in the basement, which is the studio, and then next door is the live room with the amps and the drums and stuff. And then upstairs there's like a listening sort of 70s style sound system thing.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
You got the beanbag chairs and the hi-fi.
Exactly. Yes.
How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how audiophile wank off is it in there?
It's pretty bad.
I want it to be. I'm
committing several violations, if I'm being honest, but it sounds great. It sounds great.
For a person of your position in the world and how much you appreciate music and how much success you found, that's exactly what you should be spending your hard-earned money on.
Yeah, for sure.
I think so.
A weird fucking crossover amp from Japan that costs $18,000 is exactly what you should be owning.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Okay. So you go up there, have a spliff, listen to intro track 4, and you say, that's pretty good, that's pretty nice, let's do that, that's shit, blah, blah, blah. And then we take the elevator up to the 3rd floor. What goes on up there? That's where the harps are?
There's a piano up there, and it's more like just live. There's live jamming vibes up there.
Okay. All right. So Jason, pack your bass next time, and we'll go to the 3rd floor. See what we can do.
And it stops at the 3rd, though. We don't have.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's lying. There's no bedroom yet, so I know he's lying. No, but I think this is fun. When you do this for a living, it's fun to spread it out like this. You've earned the right. You know what I mean? Like I think that there's so many years toiling away in some windowless basement that you should be able to put a goddamn piano in front of a window.
I agree.
Does the compound have a name?
No, it doesn't. I should name it, I guess. But it's only just become like studio. I just finished like fixing it all up, so I need to think of something. If you've got any ideas,
we'll put our heads
send
together.
over a deck on Monday.
Yeah, we'll send a deck over. We'll let you know. Just rank them.
We don't have to talk prices now. We're just we're early stages. But, a Warhol Factory kind of flow. Here's what I'm hoping for.
Oh yeah, that is good, Jason. That's really good.
Yeah, I mean it'll sound better than the Velvet Underground, I'm assuming. Okay, well, Jamie, I appreciate you taking the time to chat with us. And also, it's been like 10 years since In Colors and a year since In Waves. Do we have album 3 already named? Or is that dependent on a new hobby that you haven't yet discovered?
It's in my head. I do have a name, but I'm not going to say it. And it's not in my head.
In my
head.
I was going to say, in my head is the one. I think we already picked it. That's perfect.
Wow, in my head, yeah.
That's really nice.
To complete the In trilogy.
Do you feel like it's a trilogy, or do you feel like this is for the rest of your life?
I feel like I might retire after the next one, but we'll see.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here first. This guy's done. He's had enough.
One more record, he'll be able to afford the house in Malibu.
Yeah.
With a pied-à-terre maybe Hawaii.
Where are you gonna? But if you
next to Zuckerberg,
where are you gonna surf though? If you're gonna stay in London, what's the plan?
I mean, drive down to Cornwall or go to Biarritz quite a lot. That's my regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Biarritz. Actually, to me it reminds me exactly of Orange County.
Oh yeah.
But on the border of France and Spain. Yeah, I love it there.
It is lovely.
Great seafood, great farmers market over there in Biarritz.
Traveling with surfboards seems annoying as hell.
Yeah, you got to keep them over there. I'm not flying with a surfboard.
He's got a stick in every city, is what he said.
He's done it again, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jamie, thanks for joining us on How Long Gone. Hopefully we see you soon. It was a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks, man. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Of course, man. We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Later.